잠시 조사할 사항이 있습니다. 만 18세에서 30세까지 남자들은 앞으로 좀 나와주십시오. 자, 가시죠. 걱정하지 마시고 별일 아니니까.
Learning that his younger brother, still a student, was forcibly conscripted, the older brother confronted the commanding officer to release his sibling. However, their arguments fell on deaf ears, and not only was the younger brother not spared, but the elder brother was also forcefully enlisted. Attempting to resist through force proved futile. Any resistance or struggle seemed powerless as those captured and sent to the front lines on the train faced an overwhelming reality. The brothers tearfully bid farewell to their elderly mother and the elder brother's fiancée on the platform. The unpredictability of life and death on the battlefield became starkly evident. Perhaps this farewell would be eternal. The film is adapted from a true story during the Korean War. The aftermath of the war, with corpses littering the battlefield, shocked the brothers. Prior to going into battle, the first task wasn't basic training, it was writing a farewell letter, preparing for the possibility of coexisting or perishing with the trenches. Hearing that both brothers from one family were drafted, their comrades expressed dissatisfaction. They had to eat spoiled rice because no one knew when the next meal opportunity would come, and the enemy wouldn't wait for you to be ready before firing. The unprepared younger brother was unfortunately injured in an explosion. The elder brother requested to send him to the hospital for treatment, but the commanding officer argued that if every injured soldier went to the hospital, who would fight? Unless you contribute to the country first, you have no right to request anything. The elder brother tore up the letter the younger brother was preparing to write, explaining that only those about to die write such things, they must stay strong and survive. The younger brother wished it were just a dream, hoping to wake up and return to school. For the sake of his brother's dream of attending university, the elder brother made a silent decision. His name wasn't initially on the list for the first mission, but he volunteered for the perilous undertaking. The younger brother couldn't understand his brother's true intentions and could only worry about his safety. However, the elder brother not only faced danger without retreating but also defied orders to stay and eliminate the enemy. Seeing his brother return unharmed, the younger brother finally relaxed. He didn't understand why his brother volunteered for such risks and only hoped that he wouldn't be so reckless next time. Although reluctant, the elder brother verbally agreed to the younger brother's concerned request. But just as they agreed not to stand out, the elder brother again volunteered to lead the team to break through the encirclement. His determination ignited the fighting spirit of the soldiers, and they joined the fearless assault. However, the younger brother was not on the list. Upon inquiry, he learned that his brother had requested his removal from the list. It dawned on the younger brother that his brother risked his life for his honor. Charging toward the enemy's machine guns amidst gunfire, the elder brother disregarded the danger, single-mindedly seeking to achieve military merit. The younger brother anxiously searches for his elder brother's figure, and each embrace is a celebration of their reunion after facing life and death. Suspicious that his brother eagerly volunteers for dangerous missions to bring back a medal for the family, the younger brother pleads with his elder brother not to leave him behind. He wants to face life and death together with him. The elder brother believes that the battlefield offers no chance for survival by avoiding it. One must defeat the enemy to leave the battlefield alive. If only one of them can survive, he hopes it will be his younger brother. Despite winning the admiration of the commanding officer for his bravery, everyone cheers for the elder brother except the worried younger brother. Due to his outstanding combat skills, the elder brother is interviewed by journalists, but he reluctantly states that he volunteered to join the military to defend the homeland, perhaps revealing his true feelings of protecting his family. The younger brother wants to write a letter to reassure their family, but the elder brother is busy with social obligations and has no time to spare. The elder brother's heroic deeds spread throughout the unit, but the younger brother notices a drastic change in his brother's character. Tomorrow was supposed to be the day of the elder brother's wedding, and his wife-to-be doesn't want him to forget his family in pursuit of medals. The medal is not worth the elder brother risking his life, returning alive is more important than anything. However, on the battlefield, the elder brother, against the younger brother's advice, insists on capturing the fleeing commander and inadvertently causes the death of a comrade who came to support him. At this moment, the elder brother only cares about gaining merit and shows no concern for the sacrificed comrades. Seeing his brother repeatedly play the hero, the younger brother angrily questions him. What's the use of a medal stained with the blood of comrades? For whom are you fighting for with your medals? The elder brother offers no explanation and walks away. When witnessing the massacre of all villagers by the North Korean army, the elder brother's deep-seated hatred is instantly ignited. He becomes like a killing machine, ruthlessly firing at the enemy. Even if among the captured prisoners is their childhood friend, forcibly recruited into the Northern Army, the elder brother shows no mercy due to their past friendship and orders his immediate execution. The younger brother steps forward, pleading for mercy for their friend and accusing the elder brother of being no different from a beast for massacring prisoners and innocent civilians. Unable to bear it any longer, the elder brother takes drastic action. From the friend, they learn that their mother and sister-in-law did not flee but stayed in their hometown, fearing that the brothers wouldn't find them if they returned. The mother constantly worries about the safety of her sons, often washing her face with tears. The sister-in-law, in order to care for the sick mother, has to collect food distributed by the Northern Army, which is the only way to obtain food. As the elder brother, due to repeated acts of valor, finally achieved his long-awaited honor medal, his heartfelt wish was about to come true, and tears welled up in the corners of his eyes. However, the relationship between the two brothers became increasingly distant. The younger brother didn't want to hear explanations from his elder brother about why he risked his life for medals. During a march, they were ambushed, and in the chaos, the elder brother ruthlessly killed the captors, including their childhood friend. The younger brother accused the elder brother of being a ruthless executioner driven by self-interest, callously taking lives for personal gain. While passing through their hometown, the younger brother intended to visit his family but encountered his sister-in-law being taken away as a spy and forcefully led to execution by military police. When executing her without considering right or wrong, the elder brother arrived just in time, shielding his wife. The sister-in-law, unaware of her supposed crime, was accused of treason and collaboration, with a signed confession, her signature obtained in exchange for Northern-provided food. At this moment, the younger brother arrived in time to intervene, trying to prevent his fellow countrymen from indiscriminate killing. Unexpectedly, the military police falsely accused the wife of having an affair with a North Korean officer. The wife, unable to defend herself, pleaded with her husband to believe in her innocence, but he hesitated, and the younger brother urged him to take his wife and leave quickly. Unfortunately, the wife was shot by the military police. As she fell to the ground, bleeding profusely, he used the handkerchief she gave him to cover the wound, a handkerchief he had kept with him, placed over his heart. He was supposed to give formal recognition to a love that had not yet entered into marriage, but now he doubted the loyalty of the wife who had worked hard to manage their household. Although this suspicion did not stem from a lack of trust in his wife's character but was a cruel consequence of the war forcing his once gentle wife into desperate circumstances, she pleaded with him before her death, regretting his momentary hesitation. He clung tightly to her body, unwilling to let go. The indignant look in her eyes when dragged away with a gun to her neck was more heart-wrenching than a desperate cry. Despite risking his life to defend his homeland, he couldn't protect his own wife, and the younger brother was imprisoned as a result of being falsely accused as a spy. The commanding officer scolded him, warning him not to think that having a medal would grant him impunity. In the midst of the argument, the command post was bombed by the Northern Army. He threatened the officer to order the opening of the prison cell to release his brother, but the commanding officer not only ignored the request but also ordered the burning of the prisoners inside. Desperately running towards the burning cell, the fire was already out of control, and the younger brother trapped inside the cell was burned alive. He watched the raging fire in despair, ultimately finding only the pen he intended to give his brother in the ruins. The pen symbolized his promise to help his brother achieve his dream of going to college, yet the brother, conscripted into the army, died at the hands of fellow countrymen, and the wife he fought for was killed by the very country he served. As a captive, he lost all hope, replaced only by hatred that transformed into a killing spree aimed at the commanding officer they had once fought alongside. Fortunately, the younger brother did not perish in the inferno. His comrades handed him an unsent letter from his brother, revealing that the elder brother, acclaimed as a Southern combat hero, had joined the Northern forces and become the captain of a fearless Northern squad. The commanding officer demanded a reasonable explanation, or he would find it challenging to escape suspicion of collaboration. Resolutely, he severed all ties with his brother, believing that his brother must have gone mad for medals, leading him to be bribed by the North and betray their country. It was only when he opened the unsent letter from his brother that he understood the hidden pain in his brother's heart. The letter expressed his longing for their mother and promised to ensure the safe return of the younger brother. Despite the elder brother's desire to return home, the opportunity for the younger brother to attend university was the family's hope. The elder brother never regretted sacrificing his education. To support his brother's education, he worked tirelessly, mending shoes and buying popsicles for his brother, depriving himself. He would secretly purchase the shoes his brother admired and modify them to fit his preferences. In truth, from start to finish, the elder brother had always been protecting his younger brother. To allow the family's hope, his younger brother, to be discharged soon, the elder brother volunteered, disregarding life and death, just to obtain a medal and exchange it for the freedom to bring his brother home. However, the commanding officer failed to fulfill the promise of the medal, citing various excuses. To prove to his brother that he was still alive, he, ignoring injuries, left prison and rushed to the front lines to find his brother, only to be obstructed by the commanding officer. Clearly, at this moment, he had no patriotic sentiment, he simply wanted to protect his loved ones at all costs. For this, he didn't hesitate to shoulder the charge of defection and risked his life to infiltrate the northern camp. The enemy naturally did not believe he was surrendering, and they also didn't believe that the captain of the suicide squad was his brother, especially since the brother denied having another sibling in radio broadcasts, thinking he had perished in the fire. However, during the escort, they were hit by an airstrike. And the guards tragically perished. He had to hide in a trench to avoid artillery fire and, at the same time, inquire about his brother's whereabouts. Amidst constant bombardment, with the smoke of gunpowder and a rain of shells, both sides, north and south, exhausted their last bullets and resorted to direct hand-to-hand combat, plunging knives into each other. He, dressed in southern military attire, also got swept into the battle. Just as the Northern Army was about to lose their position, the elder brother led the suicide squad like a godsend. Each member's eyes burned with fury as they, like frenzied Grim Reapers, charged at the enemy. The younger brother fought fiercely while searching for glimpses of his brother. However, when he finally spotted his brother rushing towards him, the brother's bayonet mercilessly stabbed at him. Despite the repeated thrusts, he desperately called out to his brother, but the brother had become an emotionless killing machine. The numb and frenzied brother utterly failed to recognize the face of his own sibling, with only a cold-blooded gaze fixed on his closest kin. Just as he was about to shoot his brother, he was stabbed from behind by a South Korean soldier. The younger brother quickly applied a bandage to help stop his brother's bleeding, but the brother continued to see him as an enemy and retaliated. The tragedy of brother fighting against brother was a microcosm of the warfare between North and South. Seeing the northern reinforcements arriving, the younger brother only wanted to leave the battlefield with his brother on his back. The blood-soaked brothers held each other tightly, and the younger brother repeatedly tried to evoke his brother's reason. His deeply loved brother was right in front of him, and he thought everything he cherished had been lost. The regained presence of his brother was almost unbelievable. He was grateful that, despite the deep bond between them, the brothers still had a chance to reunite. However, war would not cease due to the awakening of brotherly affection. At this moment, he had only one steadfast belief: to protect his brother and help him leave alive for the last time. He once again handed the pen found in the ruins to his brother, who asked him to promise to reunite when he returned alive. The critical moment did not allow them to hesitate, and the younger brother, carrying the promise of his brother, reluctantly left. To facilitate the escape of his injured brother, the elder brother once again stepped forward. Perhaps no one would label him a traitor, for when unable to preserve intact humanity, he chose to preserve his most primitive ideals. He could forsake his own life, all for the sake of keeping his loved ones away from the battlefield and death. He took one last look at his brother, knowing that his beloved sibling could distance himself from the detestable war. He fought with every last breath, forever falling on the battlefield. He carved out a path for his brother's survival but left his brother a lifetime of regrets. Many years later, the curled-up remains of the elder brother turned into a set of white bones. When the remains were unearthed from the soil, the now graying younger brother collapsed in tears. Clutching the pen, he was overwhelmed with grief, having waited for his brother for 50 years, only to find his brother's skeletal remains lying on the ground. He regretted leaving his brother alone on the battlefield, remembering the oath his brother made to come home alive and complete the pair of shoes for him. In reality, the elder brother had already made the shoes and secretly placed them in the younger brother's cabinet. The younger brother cradled the shoes in his hands, cherishing them for a lifetime. War may not believe in tears, but it cannot erase family bonds. May the world be at peace, free from war forever. No voiceover can replicate the charm of the original film. A great movie deserves to be experienced in its full plot. Thank you for your watching and subscribing.